Some gear. That's SUMgear.com for all MLG team hats and shirts.
Gotta love the new merch, baby. And here we go. We're kicking this one off with Neighbor. He's got the sniper rifle. And Lunchbox was taken out over on Man Cannon side. He's looking for someone to poke out, but no one is coming over there. So he's pushing up top middle. And he's got the sniper rifle. You see Roy is going to push and try and clean up the kill there on I Got Your Pistol, but they gotta look out for Hysteria. Hysteria's doing the work with that sniper rifle. He just took down Ghosty Ami.
And Hysteria sniper is one of the most feared, but so is Neighbors. And Neighbor has to play this really smart. He can't get antsy like he normally does in the big situations. He has to play calm and just keep taking good shots like that.
And if you're looking at his face in the bottom left, he seems pretty calm and collected right now. He just shut down Heinz, who had the rockets. His teammate Roy is moving the flag bottom middle, and Lunchbox has the rocket launcher now. It looks like complete control of the map right now from Instinct, and Roy is going to put this one in.
And these guys have been playing this way all day. Scott, you're talking about what Neighbor we're going to see. I was watching Neighbor earlier today against Classic in a Game 4 on Pit CTF, and he was just dominating. I mean, he had 2 killing sprees. He had a killing frenzy. He was just going crazy because he controlled the sniper and the OS the entire game.
And you have to remember what he did last night. He opened it up 11-1. He ended it with 26-4. He was going completely nuts. The first running riot I've seen in a long time. But right now, you got the flag out in the hands of Triggers Down. Roy is on a killing spree, and Lunchbox just stopped the flag. So Instinct, they're coming up calm and collected, and Neighbor just punched his teammate.
And just under a minute away from those snipers popping back up. Let's see if Neighbor can get his hands on them again.
One down.
So Pistola on a bit of a killing spree. Neighbor is going to shut that down. And guys, let's just listen in with this Triggers Down squad. They seem to be caught off guard by Instinct at the start of this game. It was 1-0 just after 1 minute.
Darius, we got one. Darius, we got one. I got one. And on our side. R2. You went top it. Do that. I think one's weak. What's up, pocket? R1.
On the snipe. Neighbor's got 2 shots on the snipe. L1. 2 shots on the snipe, Neighbor.
This guy.
Where?
I don't know. Shot him. Neighbor.
He was at the snipe.
They're fin. He's going L2.
L2's weak.
L2, guys.
L3.
Last time.
Defend one shot.
They're going to keep lifting.
Yeah, they lift a lot. All right, defend.
They're sniped.
Come in.
They're sniped.
Top left.
Cannon was sniped.
Come in, Jacob.
Their snipes off the map. This guy left
Top
pocket.
left.
Ground flag.
Top right.
Nice.
R1. Left pocket was sniping us.
Always one shot in the lobby. Behind you, Justin.
R2. Nice. This guy R2.
Rockets up. R2 over rocks. Watch rocks.
L2.
Rockets.
I need help L2.
Guys, rockets.
I know. They're going for him. He's at rockets. You do him up. I got him. They're lobby.
Stay alive, SK. Help. You have a lot of help on top.
Donating.
R3 right now.
I got Nathan. Lift it over. He's down. All right. R2. Shot in and L3. L2.
Roy has shots.
Watch that shots behind the fitness. Cave shield. L2. Left pocket.
Nice shots. Top right.
R2.
R1. 2 R1. Both those shields.
Anyone
One's on a flag.
We got one.
Nice.
Do that.
Do that.
Watch our snipe. R1. They're sniping.
R1, Neighbor. Dead.
That's all of them. One spawn already.
Once again, they're going to keep cannon.
L4. 2 out like.
Cannon. One shot
cannon.
R2. 2 of them.
Two
You killed our main cannon?
I got him.
Alright. So they're fin.
Defense got shot. Goes.
Right block. One shot top mid.
Both the shots.
Two top mid, one hit. 2 top mid, 1 hit.
All right, so welcome Sundance to the booth. Scott, we saw Instinct come out of the gates and they scored 1 cap just in the first minute, but now it looks like Triggers Down is starting to collect themselves, starting to feel a little bit more confident, and they have map control. They have control of top middle. What changed?
They pretty much found out that Instinct's going to keep hitting this man cannon, and even though they are able to get top middle control, Instinct is still keeping them from getting a flag cap, and they're going to have to change that if they want to win this game.
And Sundance, what have you seen? I know you talked to these guys a lot before this matchup. What are you expecting to see throughout this 5-game series?
I think, Triggers Down, both teams, I was down on the main stage talking to them, seeing if we wanted to do some interviews before we got into it. I think both teams were just amped to get playing. The energy in the room after the Carbon matchup was so big. That's a tough act to follow. You know, and these guys, you know, they got to warm up a little bit. They're up here on the main stage. They're following that huge rivalry that just developed between Straight and Carbon. It's like the good old days. So they were probably shocked by that, and maybe, you know, coming into this, it's a little bit for them, a little bit of an adjustment period. Like as Gandhi said, it seems like Triggers Down needs to find their rhythm, because you know their whole thing is they execute. When they're playing well, they just execute, you know, better than most teams. And right now, it doesn't seem like they're clicking.
Well, you saw Hysteria stop the flag. But speaking of Carbon, what was going on in that previous series? I didn't even know what to say. Did not expect it. My expert prediction said 3-1 straight ripping in that series. What did you see out of this new lineup, Sonny?
I'll tell you what, I saw the same type of a thing that I saw in 2006 when Scott over here was on that team. I saw a team that came out of the gate fast, and they caught Straight Rippin' off guard. The question is that are they going to be able to do that the next time out? Everyone's going to be looking out for Carbon big time now. You'd think that Straight Rippin' maybe wouldn't look ahead after what Carbon did to Final Boss, but I got the feeling that Straight Rippin' took those guys for granted and they paid for it. I saw Walshy doing stuff I haven't seen in a few years in terms of playing aggressively, sniping, you know, being that guy who was clutch. I just saw a lot of energy out of Native. I mean, Native was, I don't know if he played mistake-free Halo, but he was dominant in that series.
And right now you're watching as Instinct just put in flag number 2, and the first team to get the 3 will win it. Triggers Down, our number 2, seeming to really struggle with Instinct. Our number 1, they definitely struggled with the number 8. And Instinct doesn't seem to be backing off at all, as you see Lunchbox pulling off the extremely difficult headshot there with the sniper rifle, and they already have another flag pulled.
And I love how Instinct, sorry, I was about to say Triggers Down because I'm so used to them performing. I love how Instinct is playing this. They send 3 guys through the lobby just charging together, and they send Lunchbox first, followed by Roy, and then Ghost to get that second flagpole. And it was just incredible to see him just overwhelm Hysteria with the sniper.
I think, you know, it's interesting, but I think that, you know, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, you know, in the broadcast when you guys were up here saying that you need to see, you know, Neighbor carry it over. It's not just the lower seats, but this is where I really wanted to see what was going to happen with the addition of Ghost Army. Were they going to be a little bit more of an X factor? Because he was the X factor for you guys on Carbon. He came in and he was Mr. Everything, objective. Oh, next. You know, so I think right now we're just seeing them do things a little bit differently. Maybe that's inspired by a new level of confidence. Neighbor swears that they're just a ton better with Ghost. I think it has a lot to do with chemistry and as well as skill. And, you know, looking from what's happening with Carbon, looks like this change may be the best thing for both teams.
And we actually got to talk about Instinct a little bit. Now, earlier this morning, they played Classic, and Classic was up 2-0 in their series against them. What was going on with that? After they played so incredible last night, how are they so inconsistent? What's going on?
It's the classic knock on Instinct, pun intended. These guys wake up, and they're sometimes a different team than they are after the first day of the event. You know, I can't say that it's focus. I can't say that it's, you know, a letdown. I think it's just that you've got to master your, whoa, nice shot there. Good switching by the puckster. You got to master your, and Gandhi for calling it, you got to master your emotions to be ready to carry day to day, right? So.
Oh, Neighbor. Oh, he gets the kill, but it's 2-1. Sorry, continue.
That's all right. So, you know, you open up strong on Friday, you're like, oh, we're fine for Saturday. And then a team like Classic comes in and maybe slaps you around a little bit. The thing is they got through that. Had they not gotten through that, I think they would be really screwed. But they got through it. They won 3-2. That's their opportunity to get the wake-up call. You got to wonder if what happened to Straight Rippin' is going to be their wake-up call. You know, of course, they got to fight their way back. They're obviously capable of it. But I think, you know, Instinct, if they hit rhythm, on paper, as I said in the bracket show, they're a great squad. They just need to prove it to me in an event. And right now they're up, you know, 2-1 with a flag out, so maybe they're on their way to doing that against Triggers Down.
And Sundance, can I get your prediction? What will Carbon's final placing be here in Dallas?
Okay, here's my prediction on Carbon. If they continue to play the way they did today, I think they're going to be top 2. I think they could beat anybody the way they were playing Strength. Honestly, I saw very little weakness in that team. When they got challenged on Hill, a game which I thought that they would, you know, they might lose because of the letdown of being too aggressive and trying to close out, they came back and Natick clutched it. In that Team Slayer game, I mean, Defy was a beast, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if Defy stays positive, the thing with Defy is, again, he's a guy who thinks a little bit too much. He needs that confidence boost. He gets out of the gate strong. I think they have the capability of winning an event. I think they can win this event if they play that well this weekend. Again, I am not yet seeing out of Triggers Down or Instinct the level of play I'm used to from either one of these teams. I think Straight has a chance to come back. It would be interesting if it was against Straight because Carbon would have a huge advantage in terms of already being up. So right now, based on what I've seen on the main stage today, I give Carbon, I'm going to give them a clear path to winning this event if they play that well.
And you know, watching this game, as we're talking, I was still focused on the game here. Triggers Down has figured out what to do pretty much. They're stopping the man cannon. Ghost Ayami, pretty much every time he's spawning, him and Lunchbox are hitting the man cannon and keeping the pressure on. I'm not sure, I haven't seen too many teams because Ghost Ayami preached on Carbon to everyone go high, no one man cannon, no one go low. We're just going to keep pushing up top. So I guess with the new team, he decided that, hey, maybe we should just hit man cannon more.
Well, the other thing about it is if you it's like nobody expects it, so it can work for a little while, but you got to be able to shift gears pretty quickly. And again, if you said Triggers Down is adapted to that, if you're not careful, we've seen Triggers Down cap and recap on this map if they get rolling, and you don't want that to happen. So, as the snipers are spawning, as Hysteria maybe heats up, they got to be careful that they don't lay themselves out too far, because 2 guys down on this map can equal a really easy cap for the other team. And then if you overextend, TD could get 2 quick caps.